All right, now we have a HaYom Yom. Yom Yom are daily messages which were sayings of the previous Lubavitcher Rebbe compiled by his successor, his son-in-law and successor, our Rebbe. Ready? Sayings to be taken to heart. When someone walks in the street, my pointer over here, there it goes. When someone walks in the street and he thinks words of Mishnah or Tanya or Torah or Tehillim, whatever, or he sits in his his business, and he has a Chumash or a book of Psalms, that is more valued today, now, we're talking about now, than it was when the streets were bright with the light of Torah, like in the time of the Talmud or whatever. We must not go into the street with empty, it says an empty heart, it says liber rikanis. Liber rikanis means that you go out to a journey and you didn't eat anything before. It's called liber rikanis. In other words, don't go empty walking to the street. When you're walking through the street, you should say words of Torah. You should have some words of Torah memorized to take with us into the street and purify the air. That was Adar Rishon, Adar Sheni. This year there's only one Adar, right? But some years there's what they call a pregnant year. There's two Adars. So we'll read in those years. There's two Yom, two messages. So why should we miss out on the second message? Here we go. The intense longing to be bound closely to the Rebbe can be satisfied only by learning the Maimorim, the Hasidic discourses which the Rebbe gave. In other words, let's like this. What exactly is a Rebbe? What's the idea of the Rebbe? We just finished learning about Moses and the whole essence of Moses, and without Moses, there's no Jewish people. And as soon as the Jewish people thought Moses wasn't there, they worshipped the golden calf, and Moses took them out of Egypt, and Moses received the Torah, and Moses led them through the land, through the desert. And when the Jews wanted to go back to Israel, he discouraged them. And when they didn't want to go into Israel, he encouraged them. Such a Moses. If there's not a Moses in our generation, if there's not a Moses for the Jewish people, there has to be someone. Then everybody thinks that they're Moses. Not everybody thinks they're God. That's the nature of the Jewish people. The fact of the matter is that we are the sons of God. So everyone thinks, if daddy isn't around, then I'm the king. I do whatever I want. That's the nature of the Jewish people. God implanted it into us. It's not our fault. It's our fault if we listen to it. But it's impossible not to listen to this feeling that I'm God and I call all the shots if there's not a Moses to constantly inspire us and remind us. And that's the idea of the Rebbe. But in order to understand a little bit what I'm talking about, you have to learn the things that the Rebbe writes, because if not, you're just talking up in the air. The Rebbe is just like a philosopher or a great speaker or something. By reading what the Rebbe says, hearing some stories, amazing, incredible stories about how the Rebbe knew things that were impossible to know, and how the Rebbe used that knowledge to help Jews, and also non-Jews, but just incredible. One good word from the Rebbe, So it says the intense longing to be closer and closer to the Rebbe, because like we said before, Moses was the Jewish people. Without Moses, there's no Judaism. Jews don't connect to their own Jewish souls. That's the point. It's not that we're connecting to Rebbe. The Rebbe wakens in us the godliness inside of us, what it really means. But it's interpreted. How do you say it's brought the way that in a proper way, and that's the idea of the Rebbe, to take us out of Egypt, to take us through the desert, to take us to the land of Israel. That's the job of the Rebbe spiritually. And Mashiach will do it physically. How do we do this? You want to get closer to the Rebbe. How do you do it? You put pictures of the Rebbe around, and you do this by learning the Maimorim, by learning what the Rebbe said, the Rebbe's Sichas and the Rebbe's Maimorim. That's what we're doing in these classes. The Rebbe's that he said and wrote down. Simply seeing the Rebbe is not enough. Good. Have a good day with Mashiach. Now, God willing, I hope there'll be a class at 3:00. And if you see that I'm not on at 3 o'clock, then it means that I've uploaded the class. So you can look in our website and see it. God bless you all. Have a good day with Mashiach now, and hope to see you all soon. Tomorrow, Friday, Thursday today, Friday, there will be a class. We'll finish that Dvar Malchut that we had. Shalom uvracha.